This is kind of the wrong intro to play, but I mean, fuck it. You know, it's me. You know what I'm about. You know, it's me. Something Blue Audio. Hi, we're doing Godzillas today, because I'm still on my Doctor Who hiatus. Yeah, Doctor Who is not Doctor Who. Doctor Who is not interesting. Doctor Who is boring. Godzilla's pretty interesting. Weird sound jump scare. Whoa, I put interesting stuff on the wiki just this week. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. Don't give me those lies. Fucking Eternal Return. You're lucky. I was considering just not doing it today. Instead, I'm here and we're ranking Godzillas and other Kaiju. So first off, we got oh, this is a weird order of Godzillas as well. Damn. Okay, first up we have the 1954 Godzilla, and I mean, it kind of automatically goes into S tier. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like anyone who's like, no, the 1954 Godzilla is bad, actually. I mean, that is the most hipster shit I've ever heard. Someone only says that to like make a point. First Godzilla movie I ever saw was Godzilla vs. Mothra. Pretty sure, old one. That's a really good one. I like that one a lot. Anyway, let's take a look through these. Yeah, no, the original Godzilla movie is genuinely fantastic. It's in the Criterion Collection for a fucking reason. You should watch it. If you only watch one Godzilla movie, watch Godzilla 1954 or one of the two recent Japanese ones, Shin Godzilla or Godzilla -1. They're both very good as well. They're proper movies. Not all of these are proper movies, but the first one and the two most recent Japanese ones are proper movies. The difference in quality between Godzilla -1 and those American ones that they've been putting out lately is like staggering. Anyway, Hedorah, the wokeness monster. Hedorah is like a giant mound of polluted stuff that Godzilla has to fight in the movie Hedorah, the smog monster. He's big gross boy. We love big gross boys. Do we have individual forms for monsters? Because if so, he might come back. Anyway, yeah, no, he's getting an A tier. He's getting an A tier. Solid top tier enemy for Godzilla. One of the more creative ones. Godzilla 1984, you say? I think Godzilla 1984 is in this list. I think I saw him over there. We've got some, like, monsters from his era. So for those who don't know, they divided Godzilla eras by, like, who was Emperor of Japan at the time. So, like, the early Godzilla movies are, like, the Showa era. And then, like, in the 80s and 90s, you had, like, the Heisei era. And then it becomes the Millennium era. Because, I mean, why not confuse everyone? Let's say Destroyer. You'd suggest Jenny. When you guys suggest Jenny, is it because it's something you think would help grow the channel, or is it just because it's something you want to see personally? Like, I have to ask you that question. Let's say Destroyer in his little crab walking form. We're gonna put him in the B tier. He's not particularly exciting, I feel. I feel like Destroyer has... I think he's more interesting in his, like, little human-sized monster, like, Xenomorph ripoff stage, and in his, oh shit, it's literally the devil phase that he comes into later. A tier for Destroyer. Yeah, but it's not It's not like his cool forms, it's his awkward middle face. No, I know, Naja, I know that you suggest good options. I got to, I suggested your advice on the Outer Worlds, Naja, and I got 3 fucking followers from it. It clearly worked. I don't know. I'm going to be streaming that again soon, by the way. Once I'm done with, because there's a big Helldivers event going on right now, and once I'm done squeezing the last drop out of that orange, I'm going to go on to Outer Worlds and complete it right as Outer Worlds 2 is dropping. And then I'm going to move on to Fallout right as the Fallout TV show drops. We're going to be eating good on the Twitch. You should be following me on the Twitch, by the way, people. I keep saying this. The wiki editors write articles in a very irreverent style. Anyway, we're doing a flying destroyer now. This is his form, but with wangs. And I really like this design, and I think it's quite frightening. And I like that it starts to develop like more of like a face, compared to like more of an animalistic face compared to the more insectoid form we see like here. So I'm gonna put that in the A. I like that. Next up we have Mecha Godzilla from the 2000s, when they tried to retool him into an anti-hero, which was a weird choice. I think it's weird when they try to make Mecha Godzilla heroic. I mean, it's a big metal Godzilla, you know what I'm saying? No good is going to come of that. No good is going to come of that at all. I really like this design, and I really like the fact that this Mecha Godzilla does have a bit of an arc to him. So he's a mech. He is the bones of the original 50s Godzilla, crafted onto a metal body and then piloted by humans as a countermeasure against Godzilla. So a lot of the Godzilla movies are actually set in different universes, and sometimes Godzilla is a good guy and sometimes he's really not. A rank for Kiryu. I would actually go one step further. I'm gonna put him in the S tier. While I don't think either of his movies are S tier movies, I do think he is an S tier to Kaiju. I'm gonna pop him in there. Anguirus, S tier. This is Godzilla's best friend. This is the this is the booster gold to his Blue Beetle, and there's only one place he can go. Is that the one from the anime that I didn't watch? Where all the kaiju are like fat? Yeah. It's not a particularly exciting design. I can tell, I think it's meant to be Anguirus, but I don't know because I haven't seen it. It's alright. Put it in C tier. This goofy motherfucker right here. I believe this is Anguirus from Godzilla Final Wars, and like, yeah, it's cool that they brought him back, but my god, did they do my boy a little bit dirty. I'm gonna put him in the B tier and populate the B tier with him. Next we have this very interesting interpretation of Jet Jaguar. Like I said, I have not seen this particular Godzilla anime, so I can't like comment particularly deeply on it, but I actually really like this. Definitely more than this design, because this one has a lot of identity and personality to it, so I'm pop it in the B tier. The man himself, Jet Jaguar, Godzilla's answer / ripoff to Ultraman. I'm gonna pop him in the A tier. I like Jet Jaguar. I like that there's one Godzilla kaiju in the Godzilla canon that just kind of looks like a Power Ranger. It's pretty cool. I'm into that steez. Okay, next we have the original, the OG Mecha Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla and Terror of Mecha Godzilla, the final Showa movie. I really like. I know part of it's biased because like he has some of the best movies out of all the Godzilla movie villains, but like my god, he goes in the S tier. Singular Point is such a take, it deserves a chat. It does seem like a take. And that's something I really like about the Godzilla animes, actually. I like that they're all really bold new takes on the concept. I haven't liked any of them, but I like that they're doing stuff. It's cool. It's cool. I don't have to like a piece of media to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Next we have the weird, chunky, kind of goofy Mechagodzilla from the 90s, and this might be controversial if any of you RNG fan out there, but this guy is getting plopped right in the C tier. He is not actively bad, but come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, that is just a reskinned Dragon Zord, and you cannot tell me different. Okay, next we have the American Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. Spoilers, by the way. Godzilla wins. Like, he literally beats Kong so hard he has a heart attack. It's pretty funny. I'm going to put him in A tier because I really like this design. I really like that he has big, long metal arms. I really like it's the skull of Ghidorah piloting it, because it means that it's kind of a sequel to Destroy All Monsters in a nice way. The design, it is too soft. It does make sense. It's because there's too many round edges. It's because the original Mechagodzilla is super angular and like pointy, and then they tried to like make it as different as possible by like going in the opposite direction and making everything kind of rounded off. And like, I don't know, I just don't fuck with it. I don't know, because like, it's Mechagodzilla. Like, if Godzilla is supposed to represent nature, then Mechagodzilla should represent like the machine men. And if it's going to represent that, then like it should be angular and in like contrast. It should be. Like, one of my favorite interpretations of Mechagodzilla is from the anime, where he's just a city. He's just like an AI that keeps expanding and like hostilely terraforming this environment. That was a really cool take on the Mechagodzilla concept. Megalon! This is Felicia's favorite kaiju, by the way. She loves Megalon. She loves how goofy he is, and I do too. That's why he's going straight into A tier. He doesn't quite get to rub shoulders with like the best of the best, but he goes into A tier for sure. I've not seen this remake version of Megalon, but I have heard about it. But he's going into A tier just based on aura alone. Let me get a picture of him, actually. Let me get a picture of him. Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Damn! Just off look alone. Hang on. Look at this motherfucker right here. Hang on. Look at that sexy beast. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, no, he's getting popped right into A tier. I do worry, though, actually, as sexy as that is, I do worry that they have made him a bit too cool. Because Megalon is fundamentally a really, really stupid monster, and that's part of his appeal. I think that's why he's endured in a way that some of the other, like, less-known Godzilla monsters haven't. I really like the Megalon one. I think it's really underrated. I am going to put this one... See, like, it does have cool details, but at the same time, like, it would be a cool design for a monster that isn't Megalon, because Megalon is supposed to be kind of goofy. I'm gonna say B. Megalon and Showa Gigan are like the Team Rocket of Godzilla. A bit. I think it's an interesting dynamic, because I get the vibe that, like, it's kind of like Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, because I get the vibe that Gigan is actually competent. You know what I mean? It's just that, like, he gets paired with Megalon, and then he gets paired with an over-the-hill Ghidorah, who doesn't really have it in him anymore, after fucking he got killed by Minya. Like, I think Gigan's just had bad luck, to be honest. Next up, we have I believe I moved that one to the side by accident, so this one's next. I believe we have Destroyer, his final form, and I like it a lot. I think it's cool. I do think it loses points for just being the devil, but I'm gonna put it in F tier. No, this is the kaiju that literally killed Godzilla, and if I was one of those, YouTubers who was, more concerned with things aesthetics than, you thinking with my brain pieces, I would be like, you killed Godzilla, S-tier, automatic, and he looks like Satan, that's metal. However, I think the design is a bit too chunky and clumsy for me, and, he does get taken out by the human military. So, this is the thing, is that, he fought a baby Godzilla that had, not even grown to full size and killed him, and then fought a Godzilla that was basically dying of heart cancer, and successfully defeated him. Kind of. And then got killed by the Japanese military. So, is he actually a powerful, intimidating villain? Or did he just get really lucky in his one film appearance? And is he actually kind of a scrub? It's like Boba Fett. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put him in B tier. I think he's cool, but he's not actually that cool. Final form A tier would be cool if it was bigger. I think it would be cool if it was a little bit slimmer, to be honest. A little bit more humanoid, maybe. I know you really like it. I'm not going to ruminate on it too hard. They really need to make him the endgame properly of the Godzilla universe. I agree. I think they need to do an alien invasion next and bring back Ghidorah, and then they need to do Destroyer. That's what I think. I think it would be cool. How about this, Mr. M? I want to see Godzilla and King Kong fight Gigan and Ghidorah. That's what I want to see from the next Legendary movie. And Mothra's back too, so there you go. The 3 of them against the 2 of them. 4 of them. Let's have Rodan back as well, because people like Rodan. But yeah, no, the next Godzilla movie, they should make it more of a Godzilla movie and less of a Kong movie. Because, they need to stop trying to make Kong happen. No one actually cares about King Kong. Let's be honest. We all tolerate King Kong because he's standing next to his friend, who we actually want to hang out with. Let's be honest here. Anyway, Biollante, Godzilla's Poison Ivy. People have been thinking about Space Godzilla. I feel like Space Godzilla would prove that they're willing to do these forever. So I'd be fine with Space Godzilla. I feel like if they do Space Godzilla, it proves that they're in it for the long haul. Do you know what I mean? So I'd be down for that. I must say, I don't have my allergy meds right now, so I'm very coughy and spluttery. I apologize for that. I would say A tier, bordering on S tier, to be honest. I really like the design. I really like that it's a design that is the set in a sense, because she's so fucking huge. I wish Godzilla and Kong would come to my house. That would be so cool. Alright, let's keep going. Biollante's like a plant monster with Godzilla's DNA mixed in. A lot of the monsters from like the 90s Godzilla era are just hybrid monsters created by humans with Godzilla's DNA mixed in. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Mothra. Original Showa Mothra. S tier. No, I'm not even going to dispute it, to be honest. I have a hot take. You know Godzilla as like a cinematic universe. You know Godzilla's like the only cinematic universe aside from Marvel to have any kind of traction or success. Partly because the Showa Godzilla era is a cinematic universe, so like it's essentially just basing itself on something it already knows works. Like the Godzilla world is designed to be a shared universe in a way that a lot of other properties aren't. But my point is, I think Mothra is where you go next. If you actually wanted to add another like hero character to the monster verse, whatever it's called, I would like to see Mothra be that character. I think Mothra would be able to support their own movie. I don't know if they'd be able to support a franchise of movies, but I definitely think you could get a really good Mothra movie. Anyway, feel free to quiz me on that, because I have ideas. Next we're doing Mothra's baby form. I'm going to put it in A tier. It's very solid. Definitely got some feats, you know what I mean? Definitely got some feats. Then we have Showa Ghidorah. Showa Ghidorah, I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? It really is. I think it's interesting that up until Godzilla vs. Gigan, you never actually see Ghidorah get defeated when he's like on his own. I always thought that was pretty interesting. My hot take is that they should keep naming movies that have more and more abstract math concepts. -1 imaginary numbers next. The next one should just be Godzilla. I don't know math concepts, so I'd just say Godzilla Pi, and maybe one of you would find that funny. But then maybe 2 of you would find my meta deconstruction of that funny. So I mean, that's 3 people, and that's a win. Godzilla Vector does sound like a real thing that could exist, to be fair, Naja. I am going to put him in the S tier, because he's cool. Next question. Baragon, but like the Final Wars version, is pretty cool. I do like it. I like it less than this one, though. I have to say. I kind of like them both. I kind of think they both kind of fuck, to be honest. King Kong, the Japanese version. You're gonna hate me for this, but D tier. Mechanicon gets C because it's funnier. When are we gonna have King Kong fight Mechanicon? Huh? Yes, there is a Mechanicon. Hilbert spaces or Corgi sequences. Why can't you cross a mosquito with a magnetic glider? Because you can't cross a scalar with vector. F for king. Alright. Next we have Gorosaurus, and like, you're all gonna hate... I don't know, because like, as a design, it's a D tier, because it's literally just a fucking dinosaur. But he does that really cool kangaroo drop kick right into Ghidorah's fucking spine, which should put him in the S tier. And like, watching that as a kid changed me forever. So, I'm in a bit of a sticky wicket here. Because like, realistically, he's here. But like, you know what I mean? It's such a tricky one with Gorosaurus. He does also have a stinger. Yeah, that is cool, but he never uses it in like the Godzilla movies. He probably uses it in his own movie that no one's seen. Except you, Matthew. You've definitely seen it. C tier. I'll pop him in the C tier because we gotta move on. Dinosaurs go hard. Dinosaurs do go hard, but they go less hard when they're put up in a world with like pollution monsters and a Power Rangers man and like mecha dinosaurs and a flying 3-headed dragon. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of lose a lot of their luster. Idea for a... Oh! I see you come in immediately throwing slurs and shit around. Well, I'ma fucking get rid of you real quick, Ian Linus, you piece of shit. Fuck off, you fascist wanker. You know, Godzilla would fucking hate you. You know that, right, Ian? He would step on you just for the pleasure. I hope you know that. Anyway, Rodan. I'm gonna say A tier. I'm gonna say A tier. Because when he, like, flaps his wings and, like, bobs his little immobile head back and forth, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna say this is like the Showa Godzilla, right? Like just the general Showa Godzilla. Okay, S tier. No question. Honestly, like my favorite Godzilla. I love him. I love him so much. I love Rodan as well. I love the whole classic crew. I like that the new American movies, as much as I like make fun of them, I do like that they've decided to do like basically a modernization of the Showa era. It's more like goofy and fun and like a bit lighthearted. I think that's a great direction for them to go in. Because let me tell you, trying to make these realistic is like pissing in the wind. Manda, big sea snake. I mean DT. Who cares? Who fucking cares? You lost, mate. Not everyone can be LeBron, and you are certainly not LeBron, Manda. Next up we have, Varan? That's Varan. See, now we get to the kaiju who I may or may not know their names. DT, who cares? Who fucking cares? Get fucked. Titanosaurus, isn't quite in the useless category. I think he makes it to C tier. He has a cool noise. I like his body language a lot. I like that he's just a harmless dinosaur who's been like driven insane by hostile aliens as well. Like just like needs a hug. I don't think Varan needs respect. What has Varan ever done, Mr. M? What has Varan ever done except fly up in the corner once and destroy all monsters? Because they couldn't use him because his suit was broken because he's Varan and Varan fucking sucks. Tell me I'm wrong. Titanosaurus is just fine. Titanosaurus is just fine. He's alright. Hominid for running. That's crazy. Varan has been a cool fighter in the games. I've only played a couple of the games, so I can't base it off of that. I'm only basing it off of movie stuff. If I was basing it off the games as well, then Destroyer would be in C tier. The ones that I have played, Destroyer would be in C tier, Jet Jaguar would be in S tier, and Godzilla would be in like A tier, like middle A tier. Godzilla is always good in those fighting games, but he's never great. Anyway, Ibira, the horror from the deep. I mean, he sucks. He sucks. He's literally just a giant shrimp, right? But we love him. But he sucks. He like really fucking sucks. Like, he's like, what? He's only cool in the sense that he's a giant shrimp, and that's fun. Like, literally nothing. Literally has nothing to offer. Nothing to offer the world, and nothing to offer me. Next up, we have, I don't know who the fuck is this supposed to be? Who's this? Matthew, who's this? Help me. I don't know who any of these are. I don't know who that is. I know who this is. And I don't know his name though, but I know who that is. D for Ibira. I He did get solidly in the D tier too. Who is this? Help me. Turtle kaiju that isn't Gamera. Apparently it's called Kamebus. Apparently the turtle guy is called Kamebus. I don't know what. It's from a movie called The Space Amoeba. Hang on. Space Amoeba Kaiju. I want to at least know what their names are. I don't know. Who cares? Who actually cares? Okay, this is slumming us down now. It's all about pacing. Big technical guy. I like the cut of his jib. I like his eyes. I like him. He's very cartoony. I'm putting him in B tier. Wait, there were Mecha Kong. I didn't even know this exists. I'm learning some kaiju exist as well. It's fine. Next, what appears to be Gamera's corpse. I'm going to put it in F tier because, I mean, it's just a dead body. You know what I mean? Who cares? Next is what appears to be the living version of that corpse, and I'm going to put him in D tier because, I mean, at least he's alive. Next, I don't know, a pineapple. D tier. I can't say that I actively dislike it, but like D tier. I'm also, you see this as well, I'm pretty sure this is from Godzilla Final Wars, and I'm also pretty sure this is meant to be like a dig at Gamera, and if it is, like, the 90s Gamera movies were much, much better than the 90s or 2000s Godzilla movies. So, like, honestly, it just kind of feels like sour grapes to me. We'll be getting to that later, actually, probably. Depending on who else is on this list. Next up, we have the Gargantuous. I was worried that it would just be glazing, this list. I'm very glad that the D and F tier got populated very quickly there. It's a crab. Yeah, but it's not... You know what? If it is a crab, it goes in F tier. Because we can't have just some random crab be higher than Ibira, who is the crab. It was meant to be Gamera, but they wouldn't let them. F tier. Next up, we have something that might surprise some of you. We have the two Gargantuas, green and brown Gargantua from War of the Gargantuas, which is not a Godzilla movie. They have never appeared in a Godzilla movie unless it's in some weird stock footage that I haven't seen. However, I have seen War of the Gargantuas, and I must say, A tier. A tier. Watch War of the Gargantuas. It'll make you cry, maybe. Probably not, but it's really good. Next up we have, I don't know what this is. It looks like a walrus lizard. F tier. I don't know what this is. Crabs go crazy hard as a species design. They really do. Next we have, this is Godzilla 84. I think this is Godzilla 84. My god, there's a lot more. I think this is Godzilla 84. I'd say B tier. I'd say he's very solid, but he's not as good as the 90s or the Showa Godzilla. Next we have, probably the first truly controversial pick. Heisei era King Ghidorah. The return of Godzilla's greatest foe. C tier. He's not actually that great. Turning Godzilla into a shit remake of Terminator was not a good idea. Oh my god, so many. There's so many. Space Godzilla, C tier. He's just Godzilla, but he's A, from space, and B, possibly a pedophile. So, C tier. Mothra, 90s version, A tier. Very solid redesign. We're going to speed through these. We're going to start speeding through these now. I'm moving Space Godzilla down to D tier. Because he is also just Godzilla with crystals on his back. The time travel headache, I know. Batra, A tier, deserves to be in the Mothra solo movie they're never gonna make. I love Batra. Batra's cool. Batra is basically like Mothra, except they represent like the darker side of nature. They're not evil, per se. They're just more destructive than Mothra is. They will totally destroy humanity though, but I mean, we fucking have it coming. I mean, we keep making Godzilla movies for one thing. Megaguirus next. I think that they had a really, really cool design and a potentially really scary villain in Megaguirus, and then they completely fucking fucked it by making him a cartoon character in his own movie. And I'm just trying to make sure that that is actually Megaguirus, and it's not. That's Flying Batra. Flying Batra goes in the A tier. That does sound evil. Yeah, but like not from the cultural perspective that the character is being based on. You know what I mean? Here we go. We got the Godzillasaurus, which is the dinosaur. The dinosaur that canonically Godzilla was a dinosaur that was nuked and turned into Godzilla in like the 90s continuity in World War II, and during that Steven Spielberg actually saw that, and that was where he got all of the ideas for his films from. So all of Steven Spielberg's ideas canonically in Godzilla are just ripped off from him seeing Godzilla. I'm not a cultural relativist. That's fine, Naja. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. No, I'm gonna put it like here. Who cares? Mecha Ghidorah. This is dumb. This is dumb and it's gone too far. Mecha Ghidorah is going in the C tier, and you can't stop me. Godzillasaurus F. He's not great, is he? Alright, next we have the two Rodans from the Heisei era who don't actually do anything, so I'm gonna put them in the B tier. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares about either of you? You know what, actually C tier. Because the fact that I can't even think of anything funny to say, it's just, they are Rodan and they are in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1993. There's all you need to know. Would have been better if Mecha was a full mecha. I think it would have been better if Mecha was a more disgusting cyborg. I think it would have been better if like they was more body horror. What about Mecha Godzilla? I just assume that exists. Kind of. Actually, yes. I would argue that this one, the 90s one, is Mecha Godzilla, because aside from being completely mechanical in nature, it has a big flying machine that can fly, that's like an independent like flying battleship that can transform into a backpack onto Mechagodzilla's back. So yeah, I would argue that that is Mecha Godzilla, because it's a Mechagodzilla with another mech on its back. So got an ad for Top War. Next we have the 2000s Godzilla, and I don't like them. I think they're a bit too much of a redesign, and I don't think... I like the purple spines a lot. I think the purple spines are kind of badass. However, it's weird that he's green. I think it's really weird that this Godzilla is green. Godzilla shouldn't be green. I am going to put him in C tier because he's not actively bad or offensive to my sensibilities. He's just not really that exciting. Next we have the 2000s Mothra. Once again, just not especially exciting. Then we have Megaguirus. I did my little rant about Megaguirus before. Firmly pops into the C tier. Next we have Orgasm, and Orgasm I'd say it's a C tier, because like It's just the same plot as Godzilla versus Destroyer or like Space Godzilla. Like, it's just another absorbing monster that wants to eat Godzilla. Like, fucking, who cares? Who cares, man? I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It looks like Auger, but with like more of Godzilla absorbed, maybe? It's kind of cool. I don't know. Next we have one I really like. This is a movie called GMK, or Monsters Attack, and whatever it's called, and it has its own versions of Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, and it's more of like a mystical magic movie where all these monsters are like ancient, like Japanese spirits, and like Oni and shit. It's really good, quite scary in places. I am going to put all three of these guys in the A tier because they're all great. And also, now we get onto some of the Final Wars designs, and I love some of these, but I hate some of the others. We have Gigan, we have Gigan. Where has he been this entire list? There are some guys missing from this, I think. He goes in the A tier though, solid A tier. Oh no, Top War is a mobile game. Disgusting. Varan and Anguirus were meant to be in GMK. I can see it. They got swapped. We have yes, another version of Mothra. Oh, cool! They have Mothra's own franchise characters in here too. That's fucking sick. I like that. I like that. Okay, next we have Mothra. This one in the C tier. Once again, not a particularly exciting. Yes. Gigan goes in the Super S tier. This is the Final Wars Gigan, who I put in the A tier. Showa Gigan has not shown up yet. I would put him in the S tier if he had though. No one cares. No one cares. They're just praying mantises. Next we have the spiked remake of the American Godzilla that they put in Final Wars. I mean F tier, obviously. Do you think Godzilla movies should be goofy and silly or serious and dark? Yes. I think either tone is valid, but if you're going to do either tone, you should commit all the way. I think that if you make it serious and dark, you should make it really serious and dark. And I think if you're going to make it goofy, you should make it a fucking cartoon. But it's kind of like Batman. You can do either tone. He's one of those characters like Batman or Doctor Who that you can kind of do with any tone you want as long as you commit to that tone. Oh my god. I am so far in right now. I know, we still got all this left to do. I don't even recognize some of these. Okay, I think this is Monster X. Who cares? D tier. This is a thing from Final Wars. It's only on screen for about 5 minutes and it looks like a low-rent Power Rangers villain. Who cares? Next we have, I think that's whatever Ghidorah is at the end of that movie, and I mean, I'm gonna have to give it a who cares, Chuck. I don't know. Now we have something that's like actually a real favorite of mine. This is the Mothra solo movie trilogy. They made 3 of these because they did so good. They made a trilogy of Mothra movies in, I think, the early 2000s that were geared a little bit more towards kids, so a bit more like goofy, and they slapped. They were all really, really good. And they are, to me, a proof that you could turn Mothra into, like, a name franchise. You could definitely do, like, a legendary Godzilla, like, Mothra series. Absolutely you could. People fucking love Mothra. What the heck is a flower doing on there? That's not a kind. One of them is just a flower. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it, Nick. So first we have the Mothra Leo A tier. And these are all different forms it has that can do all different things. You don't care. This one's just the same thing but more powerful. This one is basically an Iron Man suit for Mothra, which is pretty cool. Then we have Mothra's own Ghidorahs, because Mothra gets his own Ghidorahs. Death Ghidorah is pretty cool. And this end one at point one is pretty cool. This one's less interesting, I'd say. Mothra Leo is pretty good though. I like Mothra Leo. Okay, next we have this guy, Magura. D tier, nobody cares. Minya, I love the little shit. I don't care what anyone says. He's going in the C tier. Next we have Godzilla Jr., I believe, who B tier, because he actually has like a bit of an arc. That's as crazy as that is to say. That's. Hang on. I can't tell if this is a mistake or not. Fuck. I think that's meant to be Legendary Godzilla. Okay, I think that's meant to be Legendary Godzilla. A tier. The movies aren't like the amazing always. Some of them are really good. But like Godzilla in the Legendary movies is very well done. I like him. I like him. Okay. Next up we have King Kong from the same movies. I'm gonna say B tier. I like him a lot. I can't escape the fact that I would like his movies a lot more if he was Anguirus or Gamera. Next we have the big snake thing from the Kong movies. Who cares? You're gonna see a lot of the original American kaiju in the who cares category. Okay? I have no idea what the fuck that is, but I like the cut of its jib, so I'm gonna give it a C tier. I have no idea what that is. Next we have the Mutos from the first Godzilla movie, and like, I don't know why they thought that we should bring Godzilla back by having him fight the fucking Cloverfield monster, but not as good. But they did do that. D. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. It does look like -1, but I think it's meant to be the legendary one. Next up, we have this guy who's the monster from the first Mothra Solo movie. He's alright. I don't know which Godzilla that's supposed to be. But I like his smile, so I'm gonna say B tier. Who is that meant to be? I like this. This is my favorite original American kaiju. I like the woolly mammoth gorilla dude. I think the woolly mammoth gorilla dude is quite cool. I think he gets the B tier treatment. Hang on. I love that he's the same rank as the Kong from that universe. That's really funny. This is so big now that you can't even see the whole list. Alright, next we go on to -1. Oh, no. Oh, we're doing Shin Godzilla's designs now for a bit. Don't know how this works. One of the designs from Shin Godzilla. This thing, okay, if you haven't seen Shin Godzilla, you won't understand this. This thing is only on screen for a minute or so, but it's goddamn terrifying and it will haunt my dreams forever. S tier. S tier. This thing's goddamn frightening. This one goes in A tier. It's still really scary, but just not on the same, like, degree, I would say. Next, we have some unused concept art, but it looks kind of cool, so I'm going to put it in C tier. I don't even know what you are, but for some reason I don't like you. This guy, Gabara, F tier. If there was an F- tier, then I'd put him in there instead. If you know, you know. Once again, join Space Godzilla on the list of kaiju likely to be on the Epstein list. That's all I'll say. I don't know what that is. I can't even make out what that is. So I'm just gonna leave it. Once again, I don't even know what that is. What that's supposed to be. That's Gigan. Is that the original Gigan? No, it isn't. It's like a slightly oh no, I know what that is. That's like the crazy like animated CGI Gigan. Yeah, those go in B tier. I like Gigan. Gigan is a kaiju who's a cyborg bounty hunter from space. He's kind of like Lobo, except he has a chainsaw on his belly. Pretty great. That's cool. That's some cool Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge there, Naja. Gigan Rex, that's what he is? What's this? The spider guys, I like the spider guys. They go in C tier. They're solid also rans. Next up we have, I think this is a skull crawler. I like skull crawlers. I think they're kind of cool. That's also some good C tier fodder. This thing's scary. I'm gonna give that B tier. That thing terrified me in the Kong movie. These things, these like these plant ox things from the Kong movie, I really like them. They're beautiful. They're cool. Next up we have a modernized version of Hedorah, I think. That's what that's meant to be. Beat it. Next up we have the one that I don't know what this is supposed to be, so I can't comment. There's some that are just like that, where it's just like, I don't know what that is, so... Next up, we have Biolante's flower form. And to those of you who are just like, what even is this? It's just a flower. This might surprise you. However, A tier. Because this fucking flower's storyline, from the start to finish of its existence, has a solid beginning, middle, and end. And it has thematic resonance, and it has a really good human interest element to it. No, I won't elaborate. Watch Godzilla vs. Biollante. If you can, it's really hard to find. The Gamera one is by far the most played, because Gamera is badass. Gamera is not a Godzilla character, Naja. Gamera is a kaiju that was created by a smaller competitor company. Gamera is like the cool indie kid of the kaiju world, like next to Godzilla, you know what I mean? And Gamera has some really good movies as well. Biollante is best girl, yes, she is. I don't know what... I think these are meant to be King Caesars. This looks ridiculous, so it's getting in D tier. This was ridiculous, so it's going in C tier. Oh no, it's because Gamera is the weakest. That's really funny. Also, probably true. I think that Gamera would get rolled by Godzilla. Next, we have Final Wars Ibira, who, you know... It's going in D tier, and I won't elaborate, because I'm running out of time. Next, we have the Door Rats. They go in D tier. Because, I mean, of course they fucking do. I don't know what that is. Oh, a glance. Next, we have Mothra Leo, Iron Man form. That goes A tier because it's cool as fuck. Zilla goes in the F tier. How are we doing, folks? Next we have... oh, here's Legendary Godzilla, A tier. Love that boy. I haven't seen this Godzilla movie. However, he is serving cunt in this picture. So A tier. I don't know who this old man is. I don't know who this lizard wearing blue lipstick is. Legendary Ghidorah is like tippity top in my opinion. He's great, so A tier. Legendary Mothra, I also really enjoy, but they don't get enough screen time. But every moment they're in is like incredible. I fucking love Legendary Rodan as well. I like the Legendary movies because they give Godzilla a really strong sense of like personality and individuality. Next we have Super Saiyan Godzilla. He's cool. He only has like a minute of screen time, but he's cool. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. This is Shin Godzilla, right? So he goes in S tier because he's scary. He's a scary boy. I don't know what this is, but it looks also like Shin Godzilla. Yeah, there's like, oh, okay. I think Dark Luigi's the one. Dark Luigi's the one that is the next most played. It just has good typing. I get you. Next we have Gigan. Gigan is an S tier. I was talking about him before. Our good old space mercenary cyborg with a chainsaw on his belly. Gotta love him. Next up we have, I think this is also a skull crawler. Put him C tier. Alright, I don't know what the rest of these are, so I can't comment. I don't know what any of these ones are. Oh wait, no! This is 1995 heart disease Godzilla. He's alright, he goes in B tier, he's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, this is the end of my list. I hope you like my list. Look at this. Look at all this nonsense. If you had no idea what was going on today, now you know how I feel whenever you want me to look at Faction Paradox on the TARDIS Wiki Roulette. I am going to be streaming on Twitch in like 20 minutes, so I will catch those of you who watch the Twitch on there then. Those of you who don't watch the Twitch, what are you doing? Watch the Twitch, it's really good. And I don't know, maybe I'll be back next week. Bye!